name is Daylyn Tepera with the Dekeday Foundation. Our foundation enjoys recognizing young students. With me here today is Elijah Norman. Elijah has dwarfism, which makes growing up a challenge in a world for bigger people. But if you get to know him, he's really cool and a very cool friend. Elijah, what's up? How are you?
Good.
Before we get into things you like to do, tell us your age.
I am 11.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 6th.
What school do you go to?
Dekeday.
Oh, yeah. How are your grades?
Good, actually, really good.
That's good. Tell us about your dwarfism.
Well, dwarfism is a genetic disorder where it's getting smaller, and sometimes like the legs won't, like, they'll be like messed up and stuff. But I'm actually really lucky. My legs aren't that messed up. Like, I'm pretty like good for a dwarf or a little person. And because like all I have is like a couple like knee pains, when like another dwarf might have like they might not be able to use their legs and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Cool. That's really cool. Is your house designed differently for your height?
Nah. I just have stools around the house. It's like I love it. Yeah.
That's good. How do kids treat you at school?
They treat me pretty good, except once in a while like a jerk.
You get what?
Like a jerk. He's mean.
They tease you about it?
Hmm.
Oh, that's kind of mean. Are you involved in anything at Creekside?
Yes, I'm involved in LDCC and Chinku.
Is that it? What is LDC?
LDC is a leadership development program, and it pretty much helps other people like with leadership to be more like leaders.
Oh, that's cool. Are those the people who wear uniforms at school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. Tell us about Chain Crew.
Well, Chain Crew is pretty much the people who help out with the sports and stuff, like football, basketball, and stuff. I'm in 8th grade football, so I get to watch the games and do all the Chain Crew stuff.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's actually really fun.
Does Mr. Perez run that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, he's really cool. I have him for social studies. I know you're young, but what do you want to be when you grow up?
I actually want to be a car engineer, so I can make cars with one of my good friends.
That's cool. Who is your biggest influence in life?
My parents and Bill Gates.
Well, Elijah, you're definitely a neat person. I'm proud to call you my friend. I truly appreciate you spending time with us. The Dekeday Foundation is proud to have you as our Student of the Week.
You want to rock? Hi, I'm David Tepera of the Dekeday Foundation. This portion of the interview is for educational purposes. We want to help you get a better understanding of dwarfism. And with us here today is Elijah's mom, Victoria. Victoria, how are you?
Hello.
Well, thank you for inviting us into your home. Well, let's just get started. When did you discover Elijah had dwarfism? Was it during your pregnancy or after?
I discovered when I was about 6 months pregnant, and then I found out after I had him what dwarfism it was.
Okay, so did the doctors kind of say, okay, it's 6 months, okay, he has dwarfism? Did he kind of give you any kind of idea of what you needed to prepare for?
Just little things but as he's gotten older, they've kind of helped me along the way.
Right. What? Let me ask you, what would have been your biggest concern, if there was, when you discovered that?
Just the medical issues that come along with it, as far as there's hydrocephalus and spinal issues.
Okay, because there's different severities of it, so you weren't sure which category he was going to be in. Okay, that has to be kind of scary, though.
It was very scary.
Yeah, for the unknown. I did a little research and was kind of trying to learn a little bit more about it. So there is different types of dwarfism. Which one does Elijah have?
Achondroplasia.
And what is that?
It's one of the most common ones. His humerus and femur are shorter. He's not proportionate. Just, I don't know.
Okay, well, and I noticed that in dwarfism, I think there's a category. If you're 4 feet 10 inches and smaller, what's considered as small people. And so, what's the probably average height, or how tall can he possibly become?
I think up to like 4'12", like almost 5 foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's not so bad. Yeah. Well, and earlier he just spoke about that he doesn't have typical medical issues that some of the others have.
He's very mild. Like he has a slight sleep apnea, and
Right.
that's about it. As far as
Okay, and he mentioned just a little bit of knee pain, and it's is there any kind of it's called varus, but it's bow-leggedness that come with it?
And there's also a spinal issue that's what he was talking about, having trouble walking and severe medical problems.
Well, help us understand what causes dwarfism.
For me, it was just spontaneous genetic change. It could happen. Like, it was just spontaneous.
Really? So
What
you and your husband didn't have like a recessive gene. It wasn't from both parents. It was according to you that so a gene mutated or okay. And mutation means it just you've got the strands of.
It was one of the chromosomes. It just didn't flip completely. I don't know exactly which one it was. It
Right.
did.
Okay, so it was a genetic disorder from you. Did you know you were carrying it? Or is this what's the percentage of that ever happening?
1 in 40,000, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I knew all this stuff, a lot of it, like 10 years ago.
Really?
So-
You already kind of had an idea of it.
No, just I did so much research when I found out with him about it, but it's just.
Okay. Well, that's the power of the internet. There's so much information you can find these days, and I guess you have to prepare yourself. Well, he seems to be a really cool kid.
No, he's great.
Yeah. Well, Victoria, tell us, has the family had to readjust as far as the way you live, things you do, even vacations, or anything like that? Has there been any kind of adjustment?
Not really. Just little things, stools around the house, and we have an extra cabinet in the kitchen for Elijah where we keep his cups and plates or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's encouraging for other families, just that it's a bigger person's world, and there's just little ways you can adjust to it, and so there's nothing out of the ordinary that you have to do.
Yeah, not that I could think of.
Well, that's good. It's good for everyone to know that. Well, just kind of adding on to that, I mean, has the family had to do any kind of readjusting for him, or just?
No.
This is all good news, for people to kind of understand that there's no reason to ever panic or anything like that when you find out that your child is probably going to be born with the type of dwarfism that.
I think we were just fortunate because, like I said, he didn't have any severe medical issues that came along with it. It would probably.
Yeah, then it's a different turn.
Yeah.
Right, we understand. So when you're out in public, how do other people respond?
People look at him because he's different, but Elijah loves attention. So he goes right up and says, "Hi, I'm Elijah," and introduces himself. And,
Well, that's a great attitude to have with it, no doubt. Do families ever come up to you and ask you anything?
Not really. They will if they know somebody that's a little person.
Right.
But sometimes they'll ask how old he is a lot, but other than that, no,
Right.
not really.
So do you ever run into other little people?
Yeah, we do. I know he gets excited too. He loves when he sees a little person. We went to a wrestling thing and saw a little boy. But There's also the LPA, Little People of America. And we'll
That's
try
an
to-
association? Is he a part of that? Or?
Yeah, we try to go when we can. I haven't been lately, but
Yeah, well, so what is that? I mean, is it just an organization where everybody goes and kind of meets?
there's a bunch of resources there. They give you references to doctors and just talk to other families with little people.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, you have a support group as well, and you can realize there's lots of other families.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I wouldn't mind attending one of those. Well, Victoria, tell us what kind of future are you expecting from Elijah?
I think he's going to be pretty successful. He's smart and he's got a lot of determination. So just probably an engineer, like he says, or a computer programmer or a video game programmer.
Right. Well, he's already, you know, he's going to be college bound, so
Okay.
you can't go wrong in that direction. It's just going to cost you a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Victoria, why don't you tell us, tell other families who might have a little person in their life, some kind of little advice you can give for them.
For me, we've always made it a positive thing. You know, I wanted him to be a little person and proud of who he was, and it seems like it's worked out so far. He's very happy with himself. So.
Well, good. It's definitely a unique person. You know, it's better than being an average person, especially when you can be so special and lively as Elijah is. Well, parents and people who are viewing, we hope you had an opportunity to get a better understanding of dwarfism. It seems to be, it's not real common, and there's different forms of it, so you can always get to the power of the internet to kind of help you research it a little bit. We appreciate Elijah and his mom inviting us into their home and taking this time with us. As always, be responsible, be safe. Thank you.